as you mentioned, it's much chronicled what Ohio State has produced in the defensive backfield going to the pros, and then it just keeps churning and churning and churning, and you expect the next group of guys to be just as good. If you look at the recruiting rankings, that's kind of an assumption to be made. These guys are probably just as fast, can jump just as high, are just as freakish athletically. But playing in the secondary and being a cohesive unit means you don't blow coverages, means you have ball skills that have been developed, and a lot of other things. And that's obviously lacking. And that's always kind of a question mark when you transition players and go to young talent. You can look at the talent and say, oh, this guy will just step in. And sometimes that's true. Sometimes that happens. Other times, no, there's development. And we know that not all the 4 and 5 stars turn out. Most of the time, about half of them. So we shall see what the defensive backfield holds against the likes of Trace McSorley down the line and some better passing attacks in the Big Ten. But as you mentioned, for Army, if Ohio State has trouble defending the pass this week, then there's real trouble, Claire. 20% passer right. Ahmad Bradshaw comes to town, and he's thrown for 17 yards in 2 games.
I don't think it's going to be an issue whatsoever. And, the difficult part is that you see games like this against Army knowing that it could be a, quote, confidence builder. But I don't know if it feels like a shallow sense or a false sense of security for these Buckeyes if they're able to pick off, get a couple turnovers. And if they're able to stop this run game against the Army, I don't know if that's a false sense of security. But as far as JT is concerned, on that side of the ball, it may actually develop a little more confidence with his receivers, a little more confidence in his own ability to be accurate and his own ability to throw somebody open. Marcus Baugh is another one that we haven't really talked about. He seems to get overthrown by JT a lot. He's somebody that could have helped out Isaiah Prince a lot. And it's something that we haven't really seen out of him yet this year. He's been targeted more than any tight end I've seen in a really long time at Ohio State. Nick Vanette is obviously playing on Sundays now, and he's probably like, what the hell, man? I didn't get this much action. So Marcus Baugh clearly has the ability. It's not something that we even see at the college level as much as he's getting targeted. So he definitely, he and JT need to somehow have a get together.